Urban Revolution Radio's your morning show with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, broadcasting live from the Acceptance Insurance Studios over there at 3012 South. I keep saying South Covert Avenue, but it's just 3012 Covert Avenue.
Right.
Over there, Sweet Egan McCall over there, Miss Amy Ross and crew, 812-477-1772 for all of your insurance needs.
Right.
Home, life, auto, renters, business, whatever, SR22, certificates of compliance.
That's it.
All of that good stuff. They can help you out and give you that personal touch. You know what I mean? That's so desperately needed nowadays.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, except when it comes down to this COVID-19 Omicron. Y'all can keep
Omicron
that away.
bad, Jack.
Man, look, I told y'all we was opening this country back up way too fast. We letting the dollar bill just drive us to just death. Really death. You were trying to keep opening up these stadiums, keep opening up these convention centers. They trying to open up these football. People lying about getting their vaccines and all this kind of other stuff.
Right.
Football players, basketball players, athletes of all kinds, actors, actresses. You got people just straight lying about getting the vaccine.
No, to keep it real. If you don't want to get it, don't get it.
Right, be man or woman enough to just say you don't want to get it. Okay, you know you're gonna be shut down for a minute. People not gonna be, but be man enough or woman enough to accept that. Don't be lying about it, and then you going around spreading the germs, and then you wondering why you get these two French actors I just saw on the news. They like well-known French actors, twin actors.
The two dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Both of them died brothers.
Man, I didn't read the article, but I seen the headlines about
the second brother just died.
And they're pretty young too.
Man, they're doing all of that. Well, we don't need the shot, anti-shot, this, that, and the third, but you still want to go out there and act like you want to be in the crowds. And look, you can't have it both ways. If you don't want to get the shot, like, you know, if you haven't got it, stay out of people's face. Shut it down. My son Junior, he self quarantined because he said one of his buddies supposed to have tested positive, or somebody in his
people
family.
People aren't telling people neither.
He said somebody in his family supposed to have tested positive. My son did the right. He's like, okay, I'm about to go shut it down. I'll be in my room. I'll call it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's had the vaccine already, and it's still.
But he's just taking extra precautions.
Man, this Delta, this Omicron, man, we thought Delta was bad. This Omicron, they saying it's less severe.
But it's still putting people in the hospital, though.
But it's more contagious.
Right, which makes no sense to me.
You know?
It's less severe, but it's more contagious.
What they saying it is less severe, that if you don't have the vaccine and you catch it, you probably won't end up in ICU, but you'll have some heavy respiratory problems, all the stuff that go along. And if you have any other complications, it'll still get to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just that these people who have had the vaccine already think that it's carte blanche for them to just go out and do whatever they want to do now, like it's some kind of super force field, and they're going out here spreading and morph into Omicron.
Right.
And Omicron is shutting everything down.
And as it should.
Again.
Right, as it should. Right.
Got a whole bunch of people canceling their events and stuff, trying not to catch this Omicron. With the first one, we got Seth Meyers from is that the Tonight Show that he does?
I don't know what show he does. I know he does a talk show.
What was it? It said he posted a post, Seth Meyers at Seth Meyers on Twitter. The bad news is I tested positive for COVID. Thanks 2022. The good news is I feel fine. Thanks vaccines and boosters. We are canceling the rest of the shows this week, so tune in Monday to see what cool location they'll be trying to broadcast from. You say
don't blame 2022. Blame yourself. Because he's in contact with more people than a normal person is.
It's the late night show.
Yeah,
host of the late night show.
Right, you feel me? So don't blame 2022. Thanks. Blame yourself.
You know what I mean? But the only thing I can say with Seth, they did practice the social distancing. They were still doing it. But it just showed you nothing's perfect.
Right.
Even the most socially distanced, vaccinated, shielded, boosted people can still test positive. Now you say Seth, he's got the booster, he's got the vaccine,
right,
so he's not going. be coughing up, severe lungs and all that kind of stuff. So it's not going to hit him nowhere near as hard as anybody who has
somebody
it.
has pre-existing conditions.
You know what I mean? But all of that stuff can be avoided if we just keep it shut down, boy. Do your broadcast from home.
Right. Do your job from home. 'Cause I got a lot of friends now whose jobs now they have not gone. Well, they went back to. But the job's allowing them to work from home. Like, I got a friend that works in insurance. She works from home. Her husband works from home.
A lot of businesses.
And then I got a friend down in Kentucky. They work for an electric company, but they work from home with customer service. Some of these companies are taking precautions, but some of these people are just money hungry where they have to have the employee for the knuckleheads.
Right, they see their employees as just spatulas, tools to be used.
They can just turn them over, cut over, turnover.
But if you want to protect your tools, even then, you sharpen your blades, you make sure everything is protected and coated, and you put the grease coating on your grease. So why not put the vaccine coating on your employee? If you're going to, tell them, hey, you got to come in to work, we need you here, you got to get that vaccine. For real. Right. If you're going to be in there dealing with people's food, if you can't work from home, if you can't socially distance and stay out of people's faces, and work with the computer, just like even the Spectrum people that came in and the cable that came in and did ours, they take their trucks home. They get their instructions sent to them through the truck. You know what I mean? They come in, do the little well, get their little truck loaded up. Very minimal contact with anybody else. They come out, they got their face mask on. So it's a whole bunch of ways that we can deal with this new Omicron and just the COVID-19 variant in itself, just personal hygiene. We just need to shut this thing down.
Like the idiot down in Texas, Abbott.
Oh, Governor Abbott.
Yeah, he fought all the mandates, but now he needs help for funding for COVID testing. Make it make sense, Governor Abbott.
You gotta love it. Now they try to act like it's there because they know that election's coming up.
There you go.
2022.
2022, player.
And COVID is real. It's no denying it. So you got two choices. You can get the shot and go back out there if you have to and take your chance, or you can stay at home, work from home, whatever conventions that you have for not getting the shot, or medical conditions that you have for not getting the shot, anything, religious convictions. There are options and opportunities, but don't be subjecting other people to your germs and your afflictions if you don't want to get the shot. Because you're going to catch it, you're going to give it to somebody else, they're going to give it to somebody, and it's going to keep spreading. We're going to be at this all over again until we get down to what the Omega.
That Omega, boy. You think we bad shape now? Get that Omega, man.
I'm telling you, last month, for the first time in Saturday Night Live's history, producers scrapped their plans for a live taping and sent most cast members home just hours.
Yeah, because they've been around that, dude.
Before airtime. Yeah, that whole NBC
studio got to be cleaned up.
Man.
Got to be sanitized, so they were in close proximity.
We're going to learn the hard way. What my mama say, hard head make a soft boo-boo. You know what I mean?
Right. Not those words, but we know that.
We about to get spanked here in 2022. I'm telling you, for real. We about to get spanked with it because we still not taking this
serious. Well, maybe 35% of us are taking it serious, but the other half aren't.
I'm talking as a country on the whole, man. We still hosting all these super spreader events, football games, basketball games, all this kind of stuff with full capacity, people coming in. I still like the fact that a lot of restaurants here in Evansville are still practicing the social distancing.
Social distancing, they have masks on.
I mean, but even that social distance on their tables, they're not seeing people like.
Yeah, so I don't eat out a lot though. You know what I'm saying? You the eater, homie.
Oh yeah,
you gonna check it out though, make sure everything is all good.
You know what I mean? So
I really don't eat out a lot unless I'm with you.
Right, when you go out to these places, it's nice to see that a lot of these restaurants and places are encouraging their patrons, people who come in to wear their face. Some people, a lot of people not going in wearing a face mask. They're not doing it. But at least most of the staff that I go into these restaurants and I see they have their people wearing face masks. Some still not. We'll work on that. Usually if I walk into the restaurant and I don't see the staff wearing that, I'm not buying nothing in there.
I heard you might call slide. You know what I'm saying?
Get a chef a face mask or something. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. What else is getting shut down around here because of the Omicron?
Man, that's a bad name.
Sounds like a transformer. What you say?
Right.
What we got? The Golden Globes.
Yeah, I know. What the Emmys, correct?
Is that, no, the Golden Globes are different. It said the HFPA has confirmed some details about its Golden Globe Awards. Mm-hmm. The group said that there won't be a red carpet or any media credentials for the show, and that the guests at the Beverly Hilton must be masked and socially distant. And this is according to Deadline.com. It said the Besieged organization also said that Kyle Bowser, the senior vice president of the NAACP Hollywood Bureau, will discuss the Reimagine Coalition. Reimagine Coalition. Oh, I
never heard of it.
I like the Reimagine. Oh, the Reimagine Coalition, which is a joint 5-year initiative which the HFPA announced in October to increase diversity, equity, and inclusion across the global entertainment industry. You know, they said that there wasn't much diversity behind the scenes of these awards.
Right. Yeah, and it's true, but it's sad that you got to hire somebody and do that job. When it just takes common sense
people
to
don't
work
change
on diversity.
Just because of the sake of change.
Right,
you feel me though? Life altering, some kind of catalyst. You know, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. You know what I mean? So you got to make some noise. I mean, no change.
Keep pressure on them, man.
You know. So it said, still hobbled by the controversy with no HBC broadcast this year, the HFPA and the Dick Clark Productions event is scrambling behind closed doors to figure out what will actually happen at the Beverly Hilton Ballroom. As the Variety reported today, this year's Golden Globe will lack any significant celebrity presence.
Okay,
Gonna be mostly virtual, televised, streamed. Probably just gonna have the host up there on the stage. Maybe nobody in the audience, anything like that. You know, because it really wouldn't make no sense.
Wouldn't make any sense having been in the audience if you're gonna do a virtual. Stay your ass at home.
Hey, they can just do the red carpet. People just get out their car, walk the red carpet, and just dip on out. Just come show their suit up, and just dip on out.
Dip on out, play.
You know, so we'll see. So the Golden Globes, that's being significantly altered because of this Omicron COVID-19 outbreak that we're having. And you say, in fact, the 2022 Golden Globes won't have any media or guests, with the exception of representatives of the organization that the HFPA has donated to or supported over the years. And say individuals from those recipient groups are set for now to be the ones announcing nominees and the winners on Sunday night. So they going with the skeleton crew, unless you know they say they donations. I guess the people who they donated money to or have donated money to the cause. They're really selecting who they're allowing. There's not going to be any celebrity guests, no celebrity hosts, no bands, no red carpet, no interviews. They're like, he won this, there you go. She won that, there you go. This probably going to be one of the quickest Golden Globe events ever in history. They're coming off a year of scandal and consistent stumbles at this year's Mini Globes, as they call them. The Mini Globe Awards might or might not be live streamed. They haven't decided that yet, which I think they're probably going to lean toward that. They're going to live stream.
It's going to be a tape delay. They can do a tape delay.
They can do it, but I think it's more going to be like just the live stream. You're going to have the skeleton audience, skeleton crew. They're going to stream it live on Facebook, Twitch.
Oh, okay. They're doing Twitch and things like that.
Instagram, probably like that. And they're going to do it that way, you know, and announce the winners over social media. It's going to be a real social media event, I believe, instead of the live media event that they normally have. And then because, you know, Omicron is just shutting everything down. You know, so that's what they gonna do.
They thought that Wuhan virus is bad. Man,
Wuhan. Omicron got y'all. So one thing that does not seem to be set in stone is that at some point during the roughly 90-minute ceremony, the Chief Diversity Officer Neil Phillips will take the stage to detail the organization's efforts to be more inclusive in both its growing membership and its approach to the Hollywood's creatives and content. So we'll see what this
creative content. Does he just want to just say diversity?
No, he said he in his approach to Hollywood creatives and its content, the people who make the stuff and make the decision behind the scenes and the stuff that they decide. You know, you can't have diversity if you don't have diverse people making the decisions.
That's what I'm saying, though. So why don't they just come simple and say, hey, we're trying to create
we're going to put some more color people and other people in there, you know what I mean?
Right, so you know what I'm saying? Right, that's all it's going to be.
It's all good. But it's getting shut down. They're calling it the Mini Globes.
Okay.
This year, you know what I mean? Because the Omicron.
They bought on themselves, player.
Shutting it all down. People keep opening up. At least they taking the right precautions.
Right.
You know, they're not forcing, forcing people to come out to walk the red carpet and photographers exposing themselves, camera crew.
Right, camera crew affecting
so
people.
So it's pretty good. Another thing that's getting delayed, though, in 2022 is the long-awaited Morbius movie. Did you ever... So you're not really a comic book fan. A lot of people like me have been waiting on this Morbius movie. Morbius is like a back character of Spider-Man.
Okay.
He's like
he's the one that dressed up in black, right?
No, you're thinking of that's Blade. He's a vampire that he's a self-made vampire. Let me put it this way: he had a blood disease in the comic book, and he tried to cure his blood disease, but instead of
they did a scene like that in Blade though with Wesley Snipes.
And it's kind of the same universe because Blade and Blade and Morbius and Spider-Man, they all in the same kind of Marvel universe, that dark part of Marvel's universe. You know what I mean? So as I say, Morbius, he's not one of them bite you in the neck created vampires. He was created chemically because he tried to cure his own blood disease, and it went wrong and gave him a thirst to consume hemoglobin in order to keep alive.
Right, I got you.
He tries to, he does it he tries not to kill. When he goes on the hunt, he usually tried to go after criminals. He became like what they call an anti-hero at some point. So he'd only bite criminals, but he wouldn't transform into zombies or vampires. Right. I don't think his vampirism was transmissible, since he created it himself by his own blood. You know what I mean? But this movie has been shut down since 2020, actually.
2 years.
It's been shut down like 5-6 times.
Production
this is according to release dates, theaters being shut down.
Well, we'll get to do something more digitally since it's a Marvel movie.
See now,
shoot the scenes with a bare minimum crew. And then
they got it finished. It's already been finished.
Post-production.
It's the post-production and trying to get it released in theaters. They don't know when the theaters was going to be opening back.
Because they may be shutting those back down too.
Spider-Man just did pretty good though. Right. But like I say, they might be shutting it back down because this had been set to be released April the 1st, I think it was, of this year, because it's been moved like 5 times. This is according to Polygon.com. It said days into 2022, and this year is already off to a horrible start for Morbius, which is the Spider-Man spinoff starring Jared Leto, who played the Joker in the Suicide Squad, who thought he was going to have a... Jared Leto's been getting really kind of pissed on us when it comes to Hollywood. All his movies and roles and parts that he's been getting lately.
Been getting
been kind of either chopped up or delayed or outright canceled and stuff like that.
That's got to be affecting his immediate money too.
Man, look, I mean, he's getting paid.
He's getting paid, but it's got to be if he can't get the money from the movie theaters or the streaming services,
the promotional events.
I like the idea when they went to streaming, man, on HBO Max and things like that, man, before it hit the theaters. Gave people the option to go to theaters. They forgot about that, player.
No, the only thing that messed that up is because they would the same way what happened with Black Widow.
Right, Scarlett Johansson.
They messed the contract up because they sent.
But now they know. But now though, they know the contracts. They know the process. You got to put that streaming
part in the contract.
They know the process, so it shouldn't be an issue to release these movies. What I'm saying.
Right. So
if they really want to release,
they can get paid on both ends of it. They can get paid from the HBO Max, the Disney Plus,
so
and if you want to go see it in the movie theater, you can go in one of them social
distancing theaters and have your business and be done with.
But just make sure that the artists and the actors and stuff have that in their contract because this was a new thing.
Right.
Scarlett had signed her contract before the COVID-19
shut everything down.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't nothing to even think of to put in the contract.
Right.
But now, like I say, Jared Leto, and this is like another one more time it's been shut down. It says maybe the 5th time?
Third time, wasn't it?
The third time? Okay. So besides feeling like a prank, according to Polygon.com, the April 1st premiere is another 3-month wait for a film that's delayed. 5 times.
Oh, wow.
It was delayed 5 times. It was originally scheduled for July 10th. Of 2020, that was the first.
That's 2 years, man.
That was supposed to be released, and they just kept doing it, kept releasing it, kept
pushing the release date,
right.
Everything back.
Said the fact that Morbius will have been ready and waiting, the movie watching public, keeping the movie watching public waiting to see it for nearly 2 years.
But that may also be a marketing tool. To keep the anticipation of. So when it comes out and it does drop, that floods the theater.
Now, see, that anticipation can be a double-edged sword, what they call the law of diminishing returns. Mm-hmm. You get that anticipation going on, and then be like, man, we wait too long for this.
Right.
And then when it come out, it's not as hyped and good as it thought.
That's what I'm saying. I think they should
come crashing
I think they should release on streaming services, redo his contract. That way he's getting paid and they're not losing any money.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think a lot of actors and actresses are learning from that Scarlett Johansson
incident, right?
I mean? So I say, all of the positive and negative energies that are focused into a single Spider-Man spinoff with potentially weird connections to the budding Spider-Man multiverse. They say they don't like the connections that I guess that they're trying to make. How they trying to bring Morpheus into the Marvel multiverse? Because like in the Morbius movie, they like make just subtle references to Spider-Man. It's like a poster of him on the wall. So it's really gonna be just centered around him. But the longer that they keep this movie on pause for Jared Leto,
it's gonna backfire on him, man. I think it's gonna backfire on him.
Man, this movie,
especially the true Marvel heads.
It better be spectacular.
You feel me?
To use some Spider-Man vernacular, you know what I mean? This thing better be spectacular the way that they delaying it like that.
2 years,
you know. So between the Omicron variant shutting movie theaters down, we got the social distancing coming, like all the stuff. This confusion is going on between Marvel and Sony and Warner Brothers and all this stuff. I mean,
and it's something very simple for them to rectify. Just put in a contract that you get a portion
when you talking about money, that ain't simple, dude.
Bro,
think how long it takes to put the original contract together. Now you gotta rework it for streaming from a contract that was 2 years old.
A clause will be, we'll offer you this much money per click on the movie. You know, to us, man, stuff like that is simple.
I mean, it's simple to us, because we ain't going in the ins and outs of the contract. We're trying to squeeze every nickel and dime out of it.
Right.
But that's actually what they don't do. They don't want to give up no extra money. They wanted all of that streaming. The distribution places,
companies themselves want the extra money.
They count on that streaming revenue as their own revenue usually.
Right.
Like they're only used to giving actors and actresses movie release date money. It's very rare you get that after movie release date or TV syndication money. Right. It's very few actors that get that kind of power to work that in their contract.
And that's how I say MJG and they both said the artist pays the price, man.
You know what I mean? There you go. Right. So what else is getting shut down around here? We got David Lee Roth. He cancels all of his remaining Las Vegas shows amid a coronavirus concern, saying it's not about me.
Van Halen, right?
Yeah.
So he in Vegas now, huh?
Yeah,
I'm making that money, shut it down, dude. He said, forget that, Jack.
But that's what it is. Say David Lee Roth has canceled the remaining shows that he was scheduled to play at the House of Blues in Las Vegas amid coronavirus concerns.
For whole 2022?
Just until further notice. I mean, you know what I mean?
He started January. He didn't wait.
He said the rest of them. You know what I mean? So I guess I don't know how many it was. It said remaining shows. So it's probably just about a month. He probably didn't have like no year-long contract.
But I'm just saying though, early in the year though, he shut it down.
Man, but that's what I'm saying. You see it's on the rise. People who even got the vaccine are still susceptible to catch. It's easy to catch now, even through the vaccines and boosters. Might not put you in the hospital as hard, but it'll get you. You know what I mean? So it's easy to transmit. So a lot of these artists, TV shows, when they're canceling this stuff, they better err on the side of caution.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, say the Van Halen frontman, which recently turned 67 years old, had previously postponed shows scheduled for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and was to play a total of 9 shows as he bid farewell to his career as a rock and roll stage performer.
Yes, sir.
So I guess he said Roth announced that he was throwing in the shoes.
Throwing in the shoes.
Back in October during a phone call with the Las Vegas Review and Journal, but he said now it's going to happen a little bit earlier because of this Omicron breakout. He's got to cancel the rest of those shows. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's shutting it down. We're going to shut it back down all over again. And last but not least, what else is getting shut down? The Grammys.
Yeah, I thought I read that, player. The Grammys.
Not just the Golden Globes. The Grammys are getting shut down too. Likely to be postponed due to the Omicron variant. And this is according to Billboard.
Yeah, they don't support a lot of genres music anyway, so
Say the Recording Academy is likely to postpone the 64th annual Grammy Awards, originally set for January 31st at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, to a later date due to the Omicron variant, according to multiple sources, and it's looking likely that that's going to happen. They haven't shut it down just yet, but they're leaning way heavy on.
Nobody don't turn into the damn Grammys anyway.
We're going to see what the Golden Globe is going to do, because if they shut down the Golden Globe, they might as well follow suit with the Grammys and shut down the red carpet. No,
and shame on them if they had the Grammys.
A lot of artists boycotting the Grammys anyway.
Right.
You know, it's going to be a minimal appearance, minimal showing up there. You know, even if they had it full blown out, a lot of artists are saying Jay-Z, The Weeknd, Kanye, Drake.
Yeah, a lot of artists.
Drake. They said no, they not going to show. They wasn't going to show up anyway.
Right. So
this would be the second year in a row that the Grammys have been postponed due to COVID-19. Last year, the show was originally set for January 31st, but on January 5th, it was delayed to March 14th due to a spike in COVID-19 cases in Los Angeles. And at that time, the show was also relocated from the Staples Center, the formal name of the Crypto.com Center at that time, to the nearby Los Angeles Convention Center, which allowed for less crowding. So I guess they had more space to do more social distancing. You know what I mean?
So the other center versus the Staples Center.
Yeah. So, but they said now they probably won't even be able to do that. They're leaning towards maybe just going, straight digital, virtual, going online, streaming.
And then if people really want to watch it, they'll tune into the streaming.
You know what I mean? And if you want a performance for real, I'm sure any artist who wanted to perform during the Grammys could set up a stage anywhere in their backyard.
They got the money and they had the capability.
Man, stream their performance live through the Grammys and they get paid the same exact way. You know, people can tune in and, same way they were doing with a lot of these other award shows and even the game shows. They had contestants, streaming from their home, participating in the game shows, the court shows, and all that good stuff. So these artists, they can stream if they
really wanted to decide to perform.
You can social distance your way all the way through this. But I really think we need to shut this back down again. This Omicron variant is making its way through. What's the next letter they gonna go after Omicron? I guess it'll be Chi. No,
P player.
That's Rho. The P symbol will be, they call that Rho. Which technically would be a R.
That'd be some bad stuff too. Anything after Omicron, man, bad.
The Rho variant.
The Rho variant.
Then it's going to be probably the Mu variant or the new variant.
I know that's right, man. Right.
Sigma variant. I'm telling you.
We get to that doomsday variant.
Get to the Omega. So, those are all the things that are being shut down here in 2022 so far due to this Omicron variant that's making its way through the world right now. I really think we should, shut things back down, practice that social distancing, work from home if at all possible. I do the Grubhub, and you can order your favorite foods. You have it delivered straight to you. You don't have to. You know what I mean? You don't have to go out. No, you can get all your favorite stuff brought to you. We can just keep a skeleton crew of the necessary people that need to be out there. Right. Healthcare workers, food preparers, first responders, things like that. And just try to get this under control till we
just quit being greedy about this money.
You know what I mean? Because technically you're being used as testing subjects. That's really what we are. This is live action testing of a new vaccine that they're trying to the vaccines usually take 5 to 7 years when they have the
time to develop. But this is warp speed. Operation Warp Speed.
Man, and it's warping us right into the Omicron.
That's right.
There we go. So let us know, are you going to be attending any kind of mass crowd events? Football games, basketball games, have anything that you actually plan to attend been shut down already? Let us know. 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB, or in the comment section on our YouTube channel, Urban Revolution Management on the Urban Revolution Podcast. It's your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on your morning show, broadcasting live from the Acceptance Insurance Studios on Live 99.